Rob, you've been very busy in the last few weeks re-signing, and 2 more again this week in the form of Johnny Hill and Don Armand, both staying for until the end of the 2018-19 season. Huge news for the club.
Yeah, and obviously people will be aware, obviously Don's been here a little while now, and is an exceptional, back row forward, back 5 forward, on in exceptional form over the last 2 or 3 seasons within the Premiership, and a key leader and a key member of the squad we've got here. So obviously we're delighted with that, really pleased. He's going to extend his stay here to a lengthy time, and one of those guys you'd probably like to think might stay around and have his whole career here, really. He's been that good for us. Obviously Johnny is slightly different. He's a young man who's now starting to break through into the frontline squad. Again, you can see him becoming a very important member of the back 5 of the scrum for us. He looks like a player with ever-growing potential, and obviously it's going to be important for us to help him fulfil that potential. As long as he's prepared to work very hard, I can actually see him becoming a potential international rugby player. So very important signings for us, and again very important pieces of continuity.
What in particular with Don, to start with, has really impressed you over his time? You knew he was a talent coming here, but you've really exploited that, I think.
I think it's a little bit like with a lot of the guys who come through as frontline players. He came in, he didn't have a position kind of pinned down for him straight away. He worked exceptionally hard. He learned a lot about what the club were like. He was in a position of real competition across the back 5 of the scrum. As I say, he worked hard and took his opportunities when they came. And to me, he's a player who's thriving in all the challenges that we lay out. The bigger the games we play in, the more he seems to enjoy them. As I said, I still see a lot of development in a player, and he's just got to take that next little step, really, to fulfil his potential as an international rugby player, because he's not going to be far off playing at that level now. And as I said, I think there's potentially 1 or 2 things he can add to his game that will just make it impossible for you not to pick him. And for us, as you say, selection so week in, week out, he plays a lot of rugby for us, and there's a reason for that. It's because he's a good player.
I know you champion your course for all your players, but is he somebody that you talk to Eddie Jones about on a regular basis?
Yeah, I've probably spoken more with Steve Borthwick about him. I think Steve's keeping a closer eye on him. He's definitely on the radar. There's 1 or 2 things that they're looking at that they think he can potentially add that, as I say, will accelerate him right into that final reckoning. But really, the truth of it is that there's no magic answers. Don's just got to keep playing really well, look to keep developing himself as an individual, and keep playing well within our team, and good things happen to people like that.
And with Johnny, he's someone who's come in from the under-20 setup, somebody Rob Hunter knew very well from the past, and again, you've been really impressed with the contribution he's made.
Yeah, but again, it's very similar to Johnny. All we can really do with a lot of these players is put the opportunity in front of them. That's what we like to think we do as a coaching group, and as a conditioning group, and as a medical group, is you create an environment where the guys can come and they can either choose to soak it up and take it all in and work very hard within that environment, or they can take the opportunity not to maximise it. And what you're seeing from Johnny is he's come in, he had to work extremely hard to get over a pretty serious ankle injury that had also created some kind of instability and issues around his knee. That was a big part of his first 6 months, 12 months here at the club, and now that he's up and running and able to get on the training field more regularly and on the playing field more regularly, you're starting to see him really start to thrive. He's got the physical attributes to really become a huge man and a big player in the back 5 of our scrum. Has he got a lot of hard work to do? Of course he has, and that's the thing he's going to have to kind of get used to doing every single day, because he's going to have to manage himself to get the best out of himself. But as long as we can help him kind of pursue that desire to become the best he can be, he could be a very, very good player.
That's 11 of the current squad now signed up for a long time. The makeup for next season looks very impressive.
Yeah, no, we're really pleased. We're very close to completing the signing of a high quality player. We'll probably be able to announce that in the next couple of weeks, I'm hoping, and we're still actively in the market for potentially 1 more very high quality player, along with the fact that we actually are still looking at strengthening a little bit of our academy group, and there are a couple of things we've got to do there as well, and actually we're already starting to talk about some contract extensions beyond next year for guys we've still got here for at least another season. So we're actively still recruiting and in retention beyond next season already, and things, as I say, things look very interesting for us.
Just going back to Johnny, you must be particularly delighted with him. She took quite a punt on him, really, wasn't he? He was released by Gloucester, he was cropped, and he's really grabbed that opportunity, isn't he?
Yeah, no, obviously it's like anything, and as I say, is we can put these opportunities out in front of players, and then it's for them to grasp them. So for Johnny, I don't mind saying, for a young guy to go through the length of rehab process that he went through would be tough. the fact then that, and I don't know if everyone knows it, in a training session, he effectively, you can say he effectively broke his neck. He cracked a vertebra in his neck in a training session and had to have some length through rehab and recovery from that. And when you think for a young man to go through that lengthy process he's been to, and then get out on the field and start to express himself, it's fantastic. It's really what opportunities for young players are all about. And as I said, now he's done a lot of hard work to get to where he is. And now what we've got to keep driving him to do is keep following through, keep working very hard every day. Not every Saturday, keep working hard every day. And he's one of those guys where kind of the world could be his oyster.